Hi, I'd like to introduce you to Mary, who's one of our highly experienced English language teachers. Mary, could you tell us a bit about yourself, please?
Hello, yes, certainly. Okay, so as it was introduced, I'm Mary. I live in Glasgow in Scotland. Most people probably think of Edinburgh when they think of Scotland, but actually Glasgow, interestingly, has a very fascinating title. It is the wettest city in Europe. But it is, it's the wettest city in Europe. But if you came here and saw what the rain does, you'd appreciate that rain.
Thanks, Mary. Now, how long have you been teaching English and what qualifications have you got?
Okay, well, I've been teaching English full-time, permanently, for just over 20 years. I studied English language. I obviously also have a teaching qualification, a CELTA, and a qualification in teaching English for academic purposes to non-native speakers.
Wonderful, thank you. And where have you worked in the world and what nationalities have you taught?
Oh, I've been very, very fortunate with this. I've worked in Spain. I lived in the beautiful city of Madrid for 2 years, and in Rome also for 2 years. I've worked on the island of Cyprus and in Egypt and Kuwait, but most noticeably I've had nearly 10 years in the United Arab Emirates. Nationalities of people within those countries, but I've also worked with many Chinese students and Russian students.
Wonderful. And when you've been teaching all your students, what types of English language training have you delivered?
Well, as you're probably aware, English language can be divided into many subsections. Mostly what I've focused on is 3 areas. General English, anyone who wants to learn English because they're going on holiday, because they want better conversation, whatever. Business English, and that includes reading and writing, and in that the vocabulary of business English, depending on which specialisation you're interested in, and academic English. So principally students who want to study in the UK and then you need to get into universities, and exam-based English such as TOEFL, but in particular IELTS.
Thank you. Now, the courses that you'll be delivering are all bespoke one-to-one lessons. So could you just talk through exactly what a learner would receive if they were being taught by you, please?
Certainly. Well, I think the first thing I'd like to say is that I genuinely enjoy teaching. And one of the reasons I enjoy it is because my objective is always to see the learner achieve their objective. So I start off any process, be it a 3-hour course or a 12-month course, by working out with the student what is it they are trying to achieve. Then I work through a process of, okay, how are we going to get this? Between us, how are we going to work this out? And I will write the material in the course accordingly. Within that, the lessons will be very interactive. Now I know we're going to use internet. We're going to do this through a screen, but the lessons will be very, very interactive, and they will be quite light-hearted. But I think it's important to stress at this point that don't think that they won't have a serious element to them, because everything is planned. Every lesson that everybody starts, there is an aim and an objective to. As the student, you will be aware of that aim and an objective. And throughout every lesson and throughout a course, there will be continual little assessment periods. It might just be, okay, I'll fire you a couple of questions to make sure you've understood something. It might be a recap at the beginning of a lesson, or it might be a formal kind of test, depending on what you've chosen to study and how you like studying. So I think I would say I like people to know their own progress and to be able to monitor it themselves.
Okay. Well, Mary, it's wonderful. Thank you ever so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Now, if you're interested in working with Mary and having Mary develop your English language skills, then following this video will be all the contact details, and we look forward to hearing from you. Thanks again, Mary.
Thank you. Bye-bye.